Hey, let's do some more math. So here is what we're going to do on this one. It just says, hey, we've got some numbers here to plug in for those same variables down there. So wherever I see a G down here, I'm going to replace G with 5. And wherever I see an H down here, I'll replace the H with 9. So the H gets a 9 and the G gets a 5. And I do multiplication first, and then I do the addition, and the answer is 39. So that is the way that is done. Just plug those numbers right in, and everything will work out lovely. On this one, we are learning how to read a line graph. That comes in handy in algebra in many, many places. So let's take a look at what we have. First of all, we know that that is 3.3 and that is 3.4. So let's determine how many of these little tick marks we need to hit to get from 3.3 to 3.4. We would need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would appear that each one of these tick marks is 1/10 of the distance between any two consecutive numbers, like 3.3 and 3.4, or 3.4 and 3.5. Therefore, it must mean that this first tick mark is 3.31. And the next one is 3.32. And the next is 3.33, and so on. And following that pattern, the first one, the 3.3 itself, that could be rewritten as 3.30, and that's the same thing. So that is how it works. Therefore, B is located at 3.31. Well, what about another one? What about that one there for more practice? That would be at 3.41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3.48. And that is how it is done. On this exercise, the instructions are quite simple. Put the numbers in order from smallest to biggest. Since they are already decimal numbers and not fractions, that makes it easier. Clearly, 7.53 is the largest because it starts with the biggest number, 7. The other three all begin with a 6 and therefore are smaller. Which one is the smallest? Well, if we look at the first digit after the decimal point, this one has a 4, this one has a 9, that's bigger, this one has a 4. So two of them have 4s, and therefore they are the smallest numbers. The one with the 9, that will be larger because 9 is bigger than 4. So out of 6.408 and 6.48, which one is larger? We could determine that by looking at the next digit. So they have the same first digit of 6, the same second digit of 4, but the next digit is 0 on this one and 8 on that one. 8 is larger. Therefore, 6.48 is larger and 6.408 is smaller. And the numbers are now in order. Now on this one, all we have to do is use our calculator to take the square root of the number. So when I do the square root of this number on my calculator, I get 10.497. 61878. However, the instructions say to go to the nearest hundredth. Well, the first digit to the right of the decimal point is the tenths place, and the second one is the hundredths. So we want to round this off to the nearest hundredth. So 10.49, and so we write that down and then say, all right, what number comes next? The next number is the 7. So that 7 says, make the 9 bigger. Well, I can make the 9 a 10, but I only get to write one digit down. Therefore, I carry the 1, and that becomes a 5. Or in other words, the 49 goes up to 50. So 10.50 would be the correct answer. Now, I recognize that that is the same, that's equivalent to 10.5, but if you are supposed to round off to the nearest hundredth, then this would be the correct answer, not the other one.